All right, warriors, 5 seconds, 5 Mississippis. We're going to do a breathing exercise. We're going to throw our head back without breaking our necks. Take a deep ass breath, hold it, release together. All shit aside so we can clear our minds, make a little space. Having a few aha moments, a couple of laughs, and hopefully we're going to be able to fill in a couple of voids that you have. And what you've done is you've allowed yourself, when you ruminate, you've allowed that to fill that void. What we need to do is label that shit for the lesson that it is and start building badass memories in this new life, this new lifestyle. That's how you end up kicking out the bad shit and filling it in with the good shit. Are you following me? 5 seconds. Let's just do this. And I'm going to pound it in your fucking heads till you get it. Because that's how it was indoctrinated into us in the military. And then we were put out in the field to play war games under duress, sleep deprivation, so you could see it for yourself going to work. At that point, you know to trust it. Don't think, do. 5 seconds, warriors. Come on, let's take a badass walk on that beach. You ready to do this? Come on. Release slowly. All right. Shake that shit off, y'all. So look, there's a big difference in pair bonding and trauma bonding. The bond itself is an emotional attachment, fully surrendering yourself because you vet it and you know that you can lay trust in the hands of another to make badass decisions for the greater good of the family, to not bring shame to the family. You see, warriors, the trauma bond is the same effect, but it was done purposely and manipulated into you to catch the feels for the pretender, the imposter. The trauma bond is the same. And whenever it's triggered in you, alienation of affection is the test. The test to see if you can be future fake gaslighted and discarded with a push-pull, to see that gravitational pull and how strong the bond is. Whenever you find yourself in toxicity, it's why it's called or labeled trauma bond. But when done and vetted properly, it's a beautiful, emotional, healthy bond that gets you to incite a defensive posture for that which you love in the absence of the ones you love. Oh, you become like a rabid junkyard dog. You see, in its right place, pair bonding is a beautiful thing. But let me tell you what happens to those that attach themselves emotionally, being trauma bonded continuously, partner after partner, because you're not making the best choices for yourself. Allowing your thirst to get in the way, emotions and feelings, or financial disparity, and you end up in a relationship that's more like a roommate. Look, once you discover this shit, you'll be able to piss on these damn narcissists or walk away from them even if they're on fire. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, definitely today. Your no's going to mean no. And it's forever, not no as in right now, or later. You see, narcissists, I've had many ask, when does a narcissist quit? Well, when they stop breathing. They don't quit. I saw a movie, I don't know the fucking name of it, but I remember it was an old man on an oxygen tank, had hoses and shit run into his nose, and he had a duffel bag full of money, and he was trying to waddle his ass to an airplane to escape the law. The law was right on that ass. In fact, the guy grabs his oxygen tank and starts to wobble quicker. And that was a full wide ass open run to him. He ditches the oxygen tank, yanks the hoses out, and still makes it almost 2 steps from the door of the airplane and collapses with the duffel bag. The cop is walking behind him going, "Why did you run? And where were you going?" To their last damn breath, they live on nothing but luck and hope. Warriors, having that poverty mindset, the scarcity mindset, is what they have. That's what they have in their hearts. The fear of abandonment is icing on the cake, because abandonment means now they have to rely on their own inabilities to make badass decisions. And they relied on you to regulate them and direct them. Without you, they're panicked. Desperation's going to set in, and it's why insatiably they're going to make horrible decision after horrible decision. You haven't stayed gone long enough for that to happen. Or you haven't stayed gone long enough to see their own harem closet and network turn against them. Once they realize they were played by the player. Many of them fell for each other and played each other and realized neither's got a pot to piss in. But because you haven't gotten out of the damn way, they both see you as a joint target and the entire network, because you keep entertaining it. Look, they're never going to be satisfied. Every connection that they run into, they're using as a next come up, a next opportunity for a come up. And it's why they got to have so many in line, so many that they can't afford to pass up on the opportunity. No one knows more than the narcissist when their cycle is running out. No one pays attention more than the narcissist when they're becoming irrelevant. Many in manosphere call it hitting the wall. It hits earlier for some, later for others, depending on how you take care of your body. But believe me, the past catches up to you, and it's why you need to vet carefully. Because the older we get as humans, the more costly it becomes to sustain life. And depending how you abuse yourself in the past will dictate what kind of liability you're going to become in the future. Warriors, it's funny to hear narcissists when they're talking about they don't entertain no scrubs. If you can't afford to pay, you shouldn't be dating. What a waste of a man or a person, right? It's hilarious because most of them talk like this are broke, working a retail job, thinking that's a career. The double standard is hilarious to watch. I've had some, if not every damn one of them, in a drunken stupor or high off their ass, look at me as they're trying to struggle, wobbling to stay on their damn feet, look at me and say, "Why do I get all the broken ones?" The fuck? I'm going, you reading my mind? Look, don't allow them to project their bullshit on you. What they're looking for is an adult babysitter. I've had them actually vet me. Do you have any diseases? Do you have any ailments? You look healthy. What they're looking for is someone to wipe their asses later, because they know they're falling apart. If anything, they need to know, do you at least have health insurance so they can ride piggyback on you? You see, the change is different in what they're seeking out based on wherever their cycle is in life. And they can play nice for a very long time. Many of you know it. They can play nice because they are delivering rage to those in the harem closet. Oh, it's very calculated. They know who to behave with. I guarantee you, there ain't a single narcissist ever laid an angry hand on me because they knew their limits. But behind my back, somebody's getting their ass beaten. Not my problem, is it? Oh, Lucy! Warriors, you don't fear abandonment. You want to know how I know? You learn to self-soothe. You learn how to get lost in your mind and play and entertain yourself and be creative. This is why narcissists will go from envy to jealousy to obsession. The rage is them knowing before the discard you will never be alone. And they won't be able to slap the happy off of your face. And it's genuine. That's what kills them. Their karma is watching you succeed and be happy without them. Their fear is you sharing that with everyone else but them. This is why I know you're badasses. And look, I know it takes your breath away. Understanding and learning about narcissism and the abuses, the routines, the playbook, if you will, it can be crippling. Look at me. This too will pass. You know this. This ain't your first rodeo. Many of us have been through multiple relationships, but this one's the one you invested in. And it's why it hurts. Because your love was fucking real. And you know they were a fraud because they bounced to the next connection that quick. Wipe your eyes. You don't show hurt on the outside. Don't give them the satisfaction of seeing that, ever. You do that in private. You are your own best friend. The bestest sister is this ever. Can I get a what? Thank you for taking this badass walk, warriors. You're never going to be left alone. You're the most sought after living diamond in the rough. Guard your hearts. Here soon, we're going to be called on as a consolidated whole to clean up the fucking mess. I need you to be ready. Take your shields and your swords. Wipe your eyes. Shave. Get dressed to the nines. Represent. And remember, you hurt on the inside, not on the outside. In your place of peace, mourn your old self. Your born-again self only sheds a tear of joy because you know you're blessed. You were awakened for good reason because you passed your damn tests. Continue. It's never goodbye. It's always until next time. Thanks for your support, warriors. Thanks for encouraging each other. Les mando besos y abrazos. Namaste.